In August, I was in England as we were talking off here. I went to see went to see a game at Lords. Middlesex takes on Essex. Oh, better not! The ball came off the bat. A super bit of effort from the man out on the offside. Might have been Lewis. And the action continues here. Somerset so far making a good account of themselves.
Yeah, off the leading edge, flew into the offside, and Lewis dived to his left, up above his shoulder. Couldn't held on to that. It was an excellent effort. And Zaidi finishes off with a dot. The first over ends with the MichCA, 8 for 1.
Yes, Shaw. So just coming back to Asgard, did see him play. Went to see one of the T20 Blast in Lords, and Essex was playing Middlesex. And in fact, in that game, he got 40 plus. In fact, won the game for Essex. And so he's a top-class player on the county circuit in England, as it appears. Bowling here from Rusty Tehran, another former international, adding value to the tournament this year, Shah.
Yeah, this is a galaxy of stars here in Fort Lauderdale for this US Open. Finishing off quickly with Zaidi. He's played for Pakistan under 19. And I used to rub shoulders with him as opposing under 19 captains. I played for Rawalpindi, and he used to play for Islamabad in Pakistan. Top professional, and a very, very nice guy as well. Coming back to here now, as I said, the galaxy of superstars in this competition is really, really pleasing to see. And once again, top effort by the management to get everyone together here and provide this platform for huge entertainment. We're trying our best to be a part of that. And welcome to you, Lenny, as well. Today is your first day. You're going to provide the much needed energy in here in the combox.
Thank you, Shaw. As we see Rusty Tehran, he's played at the international level, and certainly no stranger to even the basic of people who follow cricket. He's been around South African cricket for some time. Now plies his trade in the US. Saw him last year in this tournament. Played for a team called 22 Yards, the length of a cricket pitch. But now he has turned out for Somerset Cavaliers. And Shaw, one of the things we've gotten used to, or what we need to get used to, is that one day, with so much franchises going around the world, one day you're playing against and one day you're playing with the same team.
Yeah, that's the nature of the beast when it comes to these T20 leagues, you know. Sometimes you're on the same side, and not long before you would find your best mate in the opposition team. So.
And Rusty Tehran comes into this bowling lineup, and I'll tell you when we go through the list, equally as good is Najaf, Shaw, and Khalil. The no ball is the call. And so the captain here of Somerset Cavaliers, Shaw, will certainly have many options as to who will open the ball.
He's got his hand full. I mean, Andre Russell, just talk about him. He's a match winner. He's the hottest commodity in these T20 leagues around the world. And whichever team he's played, they've lifted the cup. So he can turn the match on its head, bat, ball, or in the field. And go with Khalil and Najaf, as you rightly said.
Oh, that's one of those slow ball, a variety that has really been effective in T20 cricket. And those balls certainly comes into play, Shah, when you want the batsman to miss time balls.
Yeah, experience has no substitute. You know, Tehran, who's bowled the no ball, and on a free hit, he assessed correctly. The batsman would be swinging hard. That's what he did, but the ball never arrived.
So things are kind of quiet here. They're 9 for 1. And I got to say, a smart move by Michigan Cricket Association winning the toss, and I'll tell you why. Ball cut away nicely, a couple of runs here on top. And a good-looking shot in the end here off the bat of Tanmeet Singh. Ball short and wide outside the off stump. Might have been disappointed that he didn't get enough on that one to run away for 4. Beautiful facility here. Picks up a couple.
Yeah, short and lost his shape a little bit. That's why he couldn't get that power that would have took the ball away to the boundary. But talking about the plan of MichCA batting first after this ball.
No shot.
Oh, nearly carried to the third man fielder on the bounce. Tehran is getting good shape away from the right-hander. All the breeze, he's getting the ball to move away. I was talking to the Cavaliers captain. Their ideal plan was to bat first and post a huge total. And as you mentioned correctly, they put their plans into jeopardy by getting into the bat first. But still, it throws another option open and keep the interest alive as who will play who when it comes to the knockout stages.
So Kanchan comes into strike. He's been out of strike for some time, and Rusty Tehran a better delivery. That completes 2. They're up to 12 for 1. Yes, Shah just coming back here. Michigan Cricket Association made a very good choice at the toss. You don't want to give up the toss to this team here. You probably not to underrate the team or not to really put the team down. Good chance it could be chasing 200 plus. We've seen 200 plus scored about 3 times already in the stadium or in the tournament. And what we've seen in the early rounds here in the group stage is that the big teams are really beating up on the less sterner opponents.
Yeah, the format of the tournament is that each and every run counts because of the draw for the knockout games will be based on the run rate because every top team is expected to finish on the same points in their group. So it will all come down to the run rates.
So ball tugged into the onside. A single here to Tanmeet. He has looked quite flourishing. He has taken on Rusty Tehran in the last over. Played a couple of cut shots. But his partner Nikhil Kanchan has been relatively quiet. He's only faced 3 balls. And now he gets going. Should have done a little bit more with that full toss, Shah.
Yeah, absolutely. That was there for the taking. But he missed out on that. And we're talking about Cavaliers' fast bowling lineup and the battery of fast bowlers. To think of all that and to watch Ashar Zaidi bowling, it throws another interesting aspect of the depth and strength they have because they have in Tahir Khan another quality off spinner. So they've got pretty much all the bases covered.
Yeah, they've got also Sean Finley, who has played briefly at the international level, and I've seen Sean Finley in this part of the country. He's a top all-rounder around here. So this is probably one of the teams to beat in this tournament.
They have together a very good squad and plenty of match winners in their own right with both bat and ball. It's Zaidi continues with his power play. After the first couple of balls, it's kind of mellowed down a bit. Not much fireworks from the MichCA boys.
Yeah, probably with Cavaliers batting last now. Could be one of the things into up their NRR is to really get going quickly. Whatever runs needs to be chased. But first of all, Shah, we know the cricket well. First of all, you got to secure a win and get the points. And then, of course, second thing is to really up your NRR.
Yeah, in these kind of games, we've seen funny things happen where you go for a fancy target, end up losing the game altogether. That puts all your plans in jeopardy. So, as you rightly said, first and foremost, secure the win, and then you see what the maximum you can get out of that in terms of your NRR, which is key. But like MichCA batting first, they've already thrown the plans of Cavaliers out of the window. So probably their team management will be doing some new calculations right now as we speak.
So Tehran, first over went for 4, relatively quiet. Very tidy first over. Ball guided away. Tanmeet continues to be the better batsman of the 2 so far. He's gone up to 8.
He's covering the movement quite well because Tehran is getting that ball to shape away. And Tanmi is getting in line, waiting till the last minute before he can open the face of the bat and run it down to third man. He looks quite organized player, Tanmi, and MichCA would certainly need him against this quality bowling lineup.
So this game comes out of Group 1. A win here for Cavaliers will certainly put them on top. Pack First is playing well. Umar Farouk got 100 yesterday for Pack First. Short ball. Does well as Kanchan to keep it down. But Shah, it appears if Somerset Cavaliers win here, hands down they're going to be the team out of Group 1. They haven't lost. Pack First, they're probably their threat to the group itself have lost 1. Ironically beaten by Somerset Cavaliers in the first round. Playing a miss.
Yeah, short and wide. Kanchan would be thinking of a missed opportunity once again. Instead, he was looking at the umpire. Called for a wide, but it was well within the wide tram lines before it passed the stumps. Exaggerated movement after it passed the stumps.
So 18 for 1. We are in the fourth over. And Tehran has been quite tidy so far. He's kept the ball on one side of the pitch. A little bit of swing there again. Kanchan does well to keep the ball in play. But this is a T20 match. 99 balls remaining. You've got to get this scoring going.
Yeah, and it seems that Tehran is finally warming up. He's just bending his back a little bit, getting good lift off the wicket as well, which shows that if you're prepared to bend your back, you can get something out of this pitch. But as you rightly said, MichCA boys need to make a move on. Power play is very, very important with the new ball. They've got to use the field restrictions. They're up against it right now.
So ball cut away. Couple of runs here on the offing. Fielder gets onto the board. It appears to be Lewis, and they come back for a couple of runs. Well played shot in the end. And Kanchan goes up to 5. It's 20 for 1.
It was in the air, but it went through the gap on the offside. As Tehran leaped in excitement, thought he was close enough to Lewis, but went through the gap. 2 runs, still trying to find the middle of the bat. The MichCA boys, and Kanchan has faced 10 balls for his 5. It's Tehran for the last ball of his over. Pacey delivery. Kanchan went for it, but the ball had gone through well before he could bring his bat down. As I said, Tehran has been warming up, trying to test the middle of the pitch, getting good response. 4 gone, 20 for 1.
Yeah, we've seen good cricket here from Somerset Cavaliers again this year. And we could see our first bowling change. I think Najaf Shah has been brought into the attack.
He's skipping the team this year, so he's decided he's seen enough of Zaidi, and he's take up the attack from the southern end. And he's got Singh on strike for him. 20 for 1 with this 2 overs to go before the power play ends. I'm pretty much sure that Singh would appreciate pace on the ball. Try to make use of that last 2 overs without being too much indiscriminate.
So Tanmeet has looked quite flourishing. Ball starts with the ball sliding down the leg side, called a wide. And in T20 cricket or limited overs cricket, Shah is the irony is a wide ball is considered an unfair delivery. And as a bowler, you've got to contain the batsman, but also on the rule of the game, you've got to give the batsman a fair chance to score. That's what the rule says.
You're right.
Very thin line.
Bowler's life is not easy in this format.
Yeah, sure. So a couple of good balls here from Najaf Shah. In fact, one of them legal, the other one giving a run to the other team.
Yeah, but the amount of bounce and the shape he got even on the first one, if I would be Kanchan or Singh, I would be dreading if Najaf gets it right, it's going to be mighty difficult for them. just to survive, let alone to go for any big ones.
And Shaw, one of the other things that when games are played here in the night. Oh, good looking shot. That's a good looking shot from Tanmeet Singh, and it goes away. And it gone for the maximum. So a good looking shot. Ball going down the leg side. And a good little pickup here from Tanmeet Singh.
Yeah, he picked up the length pretty early and used the inward movement to his advantage. Got underneath it, flick of the bottom hand, carried the ball over the fence. Much needed 6 for Tanmeet, and he's looking to break the shackles.
Yeah,
7 for 1.
He seems to be a confident player. He's looked the part. He's played a couple of big shots and attempted shots. And the fact he's taking on Najaf Shah, not an easy customer. Good comeback ball there from Najaf Shah. And Shah, speaking of Najaf, he's in this tournament with a very interesting bit of stat. The last 2 teams that he has played for in the US Open have won the cup. The question is, what will happen this year? In 2017, he won with US All-Stars. In fact, in 2016, he played for US All-Stars. They won. He played last year with Cavaliers, and they won. And the question is, can Cavalier repeat that? He'll be probably the only man to have been part of teams that win 3 times.
Yep, Najaf is the man in US domestic cricket. He's the Andre Russell of the US domestic cricket. He picks up the trophy whichever league he plays. His team wins. But coming back to this game here, after being hit for 6, he's dropped back to his immaculate line and length. And the last one was a sharp rising delivery. Good cricket to watch.
Yeah, he's gotten good pace. And the fact is, I'm not too sure if you follow cricket in this facility, this is not one of the livelier pitches around. Now, what we have seen at the international level is that when the ICC has events here, they would bring in a groundsman by the name of Mark Pelham out of New Zealand to get a little bit more bounce out of the wicket. But then without international event, it goes over to the local guys. Oh, that's a good one. That's a big appeal. He's out caught behind. So Najaf Shah takes out Tanmeet Singh. A brilliant ball. Probably forcing Tanmeet to play at some point. The edge is taken. The keeper takes a catch. It's 27 for 2.
That's a brute of a delivery from Najaf Shah. Not only the angle, but the bounce as well. And he got Tanmeet hopping, looking to drop his wrist, but he was too late. Too quick and too good from Najaf Shah. Easy take for the keeper, and big smile on the face of Andre Russell at the slip. He surely enjoyed that, Lenny.
Yeah, brilliant ball, forcing the batsman to play. And Najaf Shah has picked up one, 27 for 2.
As he was saying, after being hit for 6, he's come back. He's come back really strongly. Keeper had an easy take. It was still lifting when it went past Tanmeet. Najaf bent his back, and as we were talking about the nature of the pitch, that one certainly carried and got the batsman hopping around. Brilliant delivery. As I was saying, it was interesting and exciting cricket to watch, because when a batsman attacks a genuine fast bowler and the bowler comes back and makes him earn his money, that's all good for the watching public, and I'm sure our viewers are enjoying this battle as well. Very good quality of cricket as we head towards the knockout stages. It can only improve from here on in. As Tehran is getting ready for his next over. 27 for 2 after 5. The Michigan Cricket 11. Ahmed is the new batsman. Hassan is the wicket keeper here. Russell is giving him company in the slip.
Tehran was bowled quite economical, 2 for 7. We've seen a wicket from Zaidi. We've seen one from Najaf Shah.
As we watch Andre Russell hopping around in slip, warming up. Is it a sign that he's going to come into the attack next over from this end? We'll have to wait for that.
Yes, Shah in this tournament quite quite littered with top T20 stars, especially out of the West Indies. We've seen Samuel Badri here. Dre Ross is here. We've also seen Sunil Narain. And those three names, without a doubt, hands down, three of the hottest ticket in the Caribbean and around the world.
In this format, they've all proven their worth at international level. Badri was part of that winning team for West Indies, and he played that role of bowling up front with the new ball. He's made that job his own at his peak. It's Tehran showing the batsman some anger as he was hit back to him. No malicious intent though. Tehran is all fired up for that. A bit of aggression from the tall South African fast bowler.
Yeah, fast bowlers are not to be kidding around lightly. They take their role very seriously, and it's an effort trade. They work hard, they run up, they use their back, their knees, their shoulders to get things going. And they're very serious cricketers.
They are indeed, and at their best, they're quite intimidating as well. The best of the world we've seen in past, quite intimidating.
Oh, big shot here from Kanchan. Could go all the way. In fact, it does. And it goes for a big six short, and given the full treatment here from Nikhil Kanchan. And that's a lovely shot, Shah.
Yeah, he got underneath that. Length delivery, bit straighter this time. Allowed Kanchan to get underneath and hoik it over mid-wicket. He spent all that time in the middle, 14 balls all he has watched and seen, but this time, with just a few balls to go before the power play ends, he decided to hit a big one and a much-needed one for his team.
Yeah.
To 11.
Good shot there from Kanchan, and ball cut away. Third man in place, only a single. And one of the things you will learn as a cricketer is that I'm pretty sure Nikhil Kanchan knows that Rossi Tehran has played at the international level. And he knows that I'm facing up to a former international, a very quality one. But one of the things you've learned as a youngster growing up, or even in your middle age, is that you don't play names, you play balls.
You're absolutely right, and we were discussing this earlier as well, with the vision of Mac Qureshi that instead of going for a limited number of teams in a franchise format, he wants to expand this so number of youngsters can get on the same pitch with the world stars, and that can only keep them in good stead and become better cricketers, sharing the field and dressing room with such legends.
Yeah, short ball that has Ahmed not interested to play. Yes, Shaw, this tournament over the years have really given an opportunity to be on television. That's the other thing, is that you look at the Michigan Cricket Association, some of the guys here, they'll never be on television playing a cricket match live. You look at Rossi Tehran, he's been there so many times, he's been on international television. We've seen him in our living rooms, but not for example a guy like Ahmed, who's batting here. Ball cut away nicely, runs here. And they'll certainly come back for a couple of runs. So a good looking shot from Ahmed, finding the gap, and in fact they come back for 3. And so that pushes the score up to 37.
Lewis has been kept busy in the outfield. Ball seems to be chasing him around. Good chase for him though. Pulled the ball back just in time. 3 good runs for Ahmed to get his innings going. And that's the end of the power play. He's 37 for 2. MichCA Cricket 11. Cricket Association 11. And they could do with a few more runs against this strong batting lineup. And before I hand over to Vinod, a few passing remarks from Lenny and your commentators.
Thanks a lot, guys. Shah. As Shah moves out, his best friend Rana comes in. The score is 37 for 2. As MichCA Michigan Cricket Association 11. They're taking full strike here, and let me welcome Mr. Ahmed Rana, who loves to commentate with his sheets, his darkers. He's a very sharp looking man. gives a lot of advice. He was advising this Somerset Cavaliers team before they went out to play. We saw him. We picked him up on the camera doing that. So there's evidence. Good delivery by the big left-hander. Delivery just touching down and moving away. And Najaf Shah, who has been one of the most consistent players on the circuit in America. He led this team to the title last year. A beautiful delivery, nice high arm action. And for the left-hander to bowl, to come in from over the wicket and move the ball away from a left-hander, it takes tremendous skill.
Thank you so much, Vinod Mamchan. And you were listening to Lenny and Shah Faisal.
This delivery squares him up, and he's lucky. It goes down to point. There is a single for him, 38 for 2. You were making the point.
Yes, defending champion Somerset Cavalier Najaf Shah is the captain. They're bringing Andre Russell, Ashar Zahedi, Muhammad Khalil, all the international players in there. Yes, a good friend of mine, Zahir Abbas, he's the coach of this team, and Mr. Aslam, the owner, and they're my neighbor state, which is New Jersey from Maryland. And I see them last time in 4th of July, they will lose the semi-final against Iraj Abdi team. So they were still talking about this. Everything is possible in there. Don't matter how strong or how big players we bring. Whoever perform, that's the bigger player.
Good delivery by Shah, just back of a length and riding it nicely though. Credit to Kanchan. He just rode that one down to third man, and Shah has been very impressive. He bowled a tremendous delivery earlier on that led to a wicket, and he has been using his height to good effect.
Yes, and Najaf Shah is a very good bowler, a permanent member of Somerset Cavalier, plays for Pakistan domestic, play for PIA, and all over the league in USA. A good ball. Ahmed has ducked the ball, a good bouncer, a good bowling, a good attack. Just 9 runs he has given and taken the wicket. 1.4 balls and 39 for 2. Michigan, MichCA is the name. I think it's a Bangladeshi name. And Michigan Cricket Association, I was talking to down there too, Jeet, but you only pick up me on the camera with Somerset Cavalier.
What was your advice for the Cavaliers going into this game?
There was no advice. We just were greeting, and advices for both team. Whoever gonna play gonna win the game, Vinod Mamchan.
Well, good delivery again, a good shape away from the left-hander. Just fishing, not getting in line. All he had to do on that occasion was to get in line and leave that one to go through. You can't play at everything. And but Lenny was telling us that your advice to the Cavaliers was that take your bat to make the runs and use the ball to get the wickets.
Yes, and Vinod, I can tell you this. The advice I've given him, Najaf Shah said he wanted to bat first to have a good batting practice and put the score on the board. But I said, you lost the toss, so now try to get them out as quick as you possible. But Michigan is also a good team. MichCA coming all the way from Michigan. Best U.S. Open T20 10th anniversary 2018. And I have to tell you this. Yesterday, when I met you and I went to my room, I got at least 36 messages from all over the world. And people are following, especially people in India and Pakistan and West Indies. And I'm getting popular, and you are getting popular. You are getting popular in the subcontinent. I'm getting popular in the West Indies. We have a cheerleaders over here.
Yes.
The favorite part
Yes.
of Vinod Mamchan to look at the cheerleader.
But they are popular as well.
Yes, and Tony, the gentleman who's handling the cheerleaders, he's doing
Yes.
an excellent job. And our cameraman, Tessin and
Yes.
Rashid.
I wonder if they're feeling a fine leg. 40 for 2 is the score. And he's having a good time in the commentary box today.
Just arrived fresh from the plane.
Kanchan is on 13 and Ahmed is on 5. You know, Lenny is a guy I always admire. He's well organized. He came in here and you could have sworn that he got that his family put him out because he came here with computer, television,
Table.
about 4 bags. The only thing he didn't bring was a table.
Yeah, he has a table.
He has that as well.
Yes, he has a table as well.
Oh my.
And you are seeing two handsome Ahmed Rana and Vinod Mamchan. Lenny is not a camera guy, he's shy, so he's on the side of the camera.
So you're telling me Lenny has a face for radio. This delivery is outside the off stump and it goes through to the wicketkeeper Mohammed Khalil, who had a great impression last year. It was Khalil who really rocked the US All-Stars. Lenny will remember that last year for the finals. And underdogs, they they were giant killers, really. The last time they defeated the Chicago Bears in the semifinals, star-studded, and then went on to overawed the U.S. All Stars. So that was a great effort. Here's Khalil again. This is a wide delivery outside the off stump, and Ahmed goes fishing and misses. It's called a wide.
Yes, 41 for 2, 7.1. Current run rate is 5.7. Good over from Najaf Shah. And they're keeping it tight. Somerset Cavalier, they're showing they come here for prepare. And Michigan needs to bat well to put a good score because Somerset is a good batting lineup. Kajna Singh is there too.
Better delivery from Khalil, and he's operating now like Najaf Shah, the left-handers, getting that ball to touchdown and move away from the left-hander. Listen to me. That's a tremendous art because normally the left-handers coming over the wicket to fellow left-handers, the ball is angled into them, it crashes into them, and that is not happening. It's touching down and it's taking off, and they're taking off in the opposite direction. So Khalil has taken no wicket just yet. He has conceded just the one run, which is the wide. He comes in again, Mohammed Khalil. Bowls, and another delivery goes past the bat of Ahmed.
Yes, one of the team member came and he said it's a MichCA, not MichCA, because MichCA is a Bangladeshi name, but it's a MichCA, Michigan Cricket Association.
Oh, so we were right. I think Shah Faisal was saying it's a Michigan Cricket Association. Kanchan is on the board, and he's on 13, and Ahmed. It's a slow delivery. I could have picked that up from here, Mr. Khalil, and it's played away on the offside. So you look at the scoreboard, you see Ahmed, no relation to Rana Ahmed, and then you see Kanchan, and if you remove the first name, Rana, you could easily spell my name as well.
Yeah, Mamchan.
So we're a good pair.
And also, we have a Lalman, the over scorer.
Yes.
A good man, been here for all the matches.
Yes.
Because of him, we are getting all the statistics. Score.
Yes, he's a very dear friend of mine from Trinidad and Tobago, and he's a good professional. I always tell him that he carries a lot of weight in cricket. Here is Khalil running in from the far end and bowls. This delivery is too straight and clipped away around the corner for a single. The fielder down there making a meal of it, but luckily for him, they have settled for one.
Yes, and Tahir Khan came from Karachi, just flew for Somerset Cavalier. He plays for PIA, Pakistan International Airline. So you notice about this over from Khalil. Najaf is like all pace, but Khalil is mixing it up. Some slow ball, some fast ball, and good over so far. Just 5 balls he has delivered, but given only 2 runs.
You know, variation is the order of the day. I'm sure at your restaurant you have great variety.
Oh yes, you seen on Facebook and you asked me the first question, why don't you bring your biryani? But next time you're coming in Baltimore, I will make sure I have everything for you.
The middle order. Well, we're having biryani for lunch today, guys.
Oh, so Muhammad Afzal Qureshi has given us the middle order, which is biryani.
So what's the name of your restaurant?
The restaurant name is Chandni Chowk. Chandni means moonlight, and Chowk means square. So in English, it can be moonlight square. But let me tell you something about Chandni Chowk.
What does chalk mean?
Square, like like a square where people go sit, like. But Chandni Chowk, the name came from India actually, New Delhi.
So it's like a panchayat.
Yeah, panchayat. You
want
know a lot of Urdu word, Minul Mamchen. I'm very impressed.
Bilkul. 43 for 2. And you're not missing any cricket. Ahmed is on 6. Kanchan is on 14. You're speaking about that lovely restaurant of yours.
Yes,
that normally gives no complimentary dishes.
Yes, complimentary for you. And
of course, I'll buy a ticket just from the Caribbean to come and get that.
No, when you are next time in DC area, you will come. Good bowling, a Yorker length ball right in the block hole. Nudge down to long on for 1 run and push for the second run. That's a good running between the wicket from MichCA cricket.
Yes, and an excellent return as well. So 45 for 2, and you picked it right. That delivery toured in at a very late stage.
Now I have to pick it right because I'm sitting with Lenny Archabar, the guy who teaches me the commentary, and the guy Vinod Mamchan, who's giving me opportunity to do the commentary. So I'm sitting between both of you. I have to be right. I know I cannot be wrong today because I said they're building the Sabina Park in Trinidad and Tobago for you, which is in Jamaica.
Yes, and Lenny, I don't know if Lenny was looking at the coverage when you said that. I nearly threw a fit when you told me that Sabina Park is in Trinidad and Tobago. I immediately told you I'll go home and look for it and send you a photo.
Yeah, after this delivery, I want to say something about.
It's Shah swinging that one again, tailing into the batsman, but on the full, he's able to get it away for single. Go right ahead, Mr. Rana.
See, we know right now what we're hearing. We're hearing the azan. Azan is a prayer, and today's a Friday. Friday is a religious day for Muslim, and it's so good to see over here. So many Muslim are playing, Christian are playing, Hindu is playing. We all are human first, but this azan is happening, and this is azan means the calling for the prayers. So we're gonna see a Juma over here, which is so good in cricket field, in international cricket level field.
Yes, and I've traveled, as you know, all around the world to Muslim countries as well, covering cricket, not Pakistan, but places like Bangladesh, and you always tend to hear that.
Yes, and I'm going to invite you to Pakistan, and I'm going to make sure whenever PSL semi-final and final are taking, you're going to be my guest, and I'm going to take you to Pakistan.
Okay, good. I'll hold you to that. And were you there for the PCL this year?
No, I couldn't make it because
PSL, sorry.
whenever the PSL happened, my tax season happened because I do income tax from January to April for Baltimore Taxman. I own the small firm of tax. But at Chandni Chowk also we serve a lot of homeless, and I opened that restaurant for non-profit. Great shot on the leg side, but fielder is there, just one run, but a good shot, a solid shot from Ahmed. So we we feed a lot of homeless, and I met guy.
But I'm expecting if you own the restaurant, you eat there.
Yes, of course. But the idea came like that. My wife is a
That's
doctor.
Good. That's very good. That's wonderful. When I hear charitable projects like that, it always reverberates well with me. I love that.
Yes, and when I went to the
Congratulations
Dallas,
to you and your wife.
thank you. When I went to the Dallas, the gentleman who owned the restaurant, he started feeding the homeless as well, and then a guy in DC started doing that too.
Short delivery. All we have to do now is to get Nirvani to do it in New Jersey.
And right now, the good news I'm going to give you from right here. You know the gentleman Tony, who's handling all the stage, the media for the concert?
Yes.
He started doing from today to feeding the homeless in Florida.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. So a great bunch of guys, and greatness is something that is contagious. They say, there's a saying in the West Indies, I don't know if that's the same saying here, that show me your friend and I'll tell you who you are. This delivery is cut away down to point, and the fielder just runs around to escort it back into the field. That's the 50, 51 for 2.
50 up for Michigan, but a good shot using the pace of the Shah for the cut, and good batting from Ahmed, getting this boundary, getting a confidence now, move to 51 for 2, Michigan cricket after 9 over. Run rate is a little bit on a downside. They need to bump it up a little bit because they are playing against the team who has a batting lineup, is strong and full of the hard hitter. Andre Russell, the big man, is there, and Gagna Singh is there.
And the cheerleaders are there as well.
Yes, they're getting ready, and this is a afternoon and a beautiful weather and beautiful cheerleaders. Vinod Mamchen, and the cameraman is doing the great work.
They are beautiful as well.
Everyone is beautiful.
51 for 2. Kanchan is on 21. Amit is on 7.
And this is the international viewers who are watching in India, Pakistan. USA has 50 states, and we came from all over. And all over the world, people are here. From Australia, Anjum Rizvi came, and he's playing over here from Australia.
As well as a young Qureshi last night. He's from Australia as well. He scored a century. Bilal Qureshi. Outside the off stump, and I thought that Khalil was very lucky to have gotten away with that.
And 5 centurion now, Omar Farooq, Rizwan Chima, Wayne Parnell, and yesterday Johnson, and yesterday we see from Naqvi.
Mohamed Khalil. Short outside the off stump, cut away down to a wide third man, and it's fielder down there, just a single.
For 2 runs, good running between the wicket.
Back it's 2.
MichCA is keeping a pressure on Somerset Cavalier. Next 11 overs is going to be crucial for both teams, and MichCA want to put a good score by looking at right now. Ahmed and Kanchan has under control. The partnership is building up. He's on 26 and 53 for 2 after 9.2, and run rate is getting up to is 5.7 now.
So we enter into the knockout phase of the tournament tomorrow, and we're gonna have a lot of cricket here, quarterfinal stages, and there is actually a quarterfinal match this afternoon. As we continue to provide coverage here of this wonderful tournament, at over number 10 there will be a double change again with Lenny coming. Oh, beautiful delivery! He was playing down the I-95, and that ball was on the turnpike. The score 53 for 2.
Yes, after 9.3, Khalil is keeping it quiet for Somerset Cavalier. A good bowling, and he's putting an effort, bending his bat. And I noticed this from last 3 days, Vinod Mamchan. Whenever you are a fast bowler, you bend your back, you will get some help from this pitch. But you have to do the variation, an odd variation, like I'm learning from you, helps the bowler.
A good point there. Ahmed, this is a short delivery on the legs. It's helped the way around the corner, and that's a single. So one more to the score, 54 for 2, and it's the end of the over, is it? No, we still have
two more balls.
2 deliveries to go.
A good fielding from Tahir Khan, and 2 days ago I was asking him, how does it feel to be part of the US Open? He said, this is the best feeling I have, and this is the best, one of the best tournament I've ever playing in my life. So people are coming from all over the world, and they are enjoying cricket.
Yes, this is what this US Open has done. You have to remember that America is a very accessible place, so it's easy for guys to fly into America to play cricket. Well, I can't describe that shot. I've commentated, as you know, in test matches, in T20s and ODIs, and that last shot baffles me. So you describe that, Ahmed.
I think what he was trying to do, he was trying to cut the ball, but he went in the shot, he committed in the shot early, and the ball came a little bit late because Khalil is very experienced bowler. He slowed down his pace.
Well, he was actually trying to cut that ball without a knife. He was actually, because he looked very awkward. Khalil, rhythmic approach up to the crease, bows, back of a line. There he goes again, playing at the side of the ball rather than trying to get behind the line of it. And it goes through to the wicket keeper. It's the end of the over, the end of over number 10. We're going to have a double change in the commentary again with Leonard Archiba. He is coming on with Shah Faisal.
So Telev was gone, 54 for 2. And welcome back, Shah. Somerset Cavaliers playing like a real defending champ.
Yeah, they got plenty of options as we were discussing at the top of the game, and they're using it to good effect. Now Jeff Shah is moving his bowlers around quite cleverly. As we watch from the southern end, Tahir Khan getting ready. It's another cog in their wheel, and an important one. Khalil also got the ball to bounce around in the last over. He's bent his back. So it's been very, very interesting to watch this battle.
Yeah, their bowling unit has really looked organized. And the fact is their batting power is still yet to be seen. Well, in fact, we haven't seen them in the stadium, but they've performed outstandingly outside of the stadium. So really, they're having a good series here. A win here tonight will certainly get them out of Group 1. And then the quarterfinal round gets going later on tonight. Ball getting a tick outside edge and will run away for 4 here. So probably not the intended shot here from Jubel. But he picks up a boundary off the bowling of Tahir Khan.
Flew off the outside half of the bat, but luckily for him in the gap. And Tahir Khan giving a lot of air to this ball. First few balls of his spell. He's just trying to let the ball do the talking with all this breeze around. He's trying to see if he can get a drift or a late dip. But Ahmed was up to the task on the first couple of deliveries.
Yeah, and And Shaw, this Somerset Cavaliers team, of course, comes out of, as the name suggests, Somerset. Oh, swung away. That's a good-looking shot. It gone all the way. Over backward square. And that's a good-looking shot from Jubel Ahmed. Ball string down the leg side here from Tahir Khan. And helped along the way. Good-looking shot.
Yeah, indeed. And he maneuvered a little bit, walked in front of his stumps, trying to create his own length and width. And he got underneath that, swiveled around, did a little bit of a Rohan Kanhai fall on the crease, playing the sweep shot. The effect was as good as it used to be. The maximum 64 for 2 now, Michigan Cricket Association.
So Jabel gets a single. He goes up to 21, but just coming back to of course, the two teams here playing out in the middle. As we all know, Michigan, of course, comes from the out west. And Somerset, as the name suggests, comes out of Somerset, out of one of the township out of New Jersey. And Shaw, Somerset Cavaliers in the local competition in the New Jersey leagues. They are a dominant team. They have won again this year, and you know they've always been a top team. When you look at the composition that comes to the U.S. Open, it's a little bit more extended. Like Russell is here, Tehran is here, but still, when they play locally in the New Jersey area, they're a top team. Ball paddled away. That's a good-looking shot, and it's gone all the way again. So a couple of good shots here from the batsman. And they pick up another maximum here. Tahir Khan has gone for 17 in the over.
Yeah, he's under fire right now. 2 sixes in the over. To go with the boundary earlier in the over as well. And this time it was Kanchan. He used the same ploy as Ahmed did. The left-hander Ahmed earlier struck a 6, and Kanchan did exactly the same. Walked around right in front of his stumps and picked the ball up and scooped it over fine leg for 6. And the wind on that side carried the ball over the fence. Najaf is ringing the changes. The Cavaliers are running all over the place now because Tahir Khan is under pressure. After a solid block of first 10, Cavaliers feeling the pinch a little bit.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of good shots here from the Michigan boys. And a partnership that has gone up to 45 between the pair. Kanchan on 28 and Jubel on 21. They have repaired some earlier damage. And Shaw, I'm pretty sure, much to the relief of the batsmen out there, they're probably liking the fact that Najaf is not on the attack, Tehran is not in the bowling attack, and some bit of relief. Although Tahir Khan is a quality bowler, but I'll probably take on Tahir than Najaf and Rossi Tehran.
Exactly, you're absolutely right about that. And probably that's the moment that the MichCA batsmen were looking for. They waited, they took their time, they played the quick men off and waited for Tahir, and they seized upon their opportunity quite well. As I've been saying, this is a very, very interesting battle from ball 1 in this game. And although we're not at the knockout stages yet, but the competition and its depth is coming to the fore. I'm really, really enthralled by the quality of cricket and the quality of the contest in the earlier stages of this tournament.
So Khalil continues his bowling figure. Coming into this over here, he's bowled 2 for 6. Relatively just 3 runs and over. You can't ask for a better effort here from your left-arm seamer.
Absolutely, and he's run in as well. You could see his stride and his run-up is quite energetic. It means that he's really into it, bending his back, getting good lift and carry off the pitch as well. Khalil at a time, Khalil and Najaf, you could call them, they were very, very unlucky. They came to the fore in an era where in Pakistan the fast bowling competition was so intense that I remember Shoaib Akhtar once said that the net bowlers who came to give practice to the main team players in that era, they were as good as some of the test bowlers, but you can only play so many of them.
So a lot of movement from the batsman, called a wide. Ball going down the leg side here from Khalil, continues to bowl well, irrespective of that wide ball going down the leg side. And the fact is, Shaw, when you look at Khalil, for example, when he played against the Australian side, young bowler, He was coming up against a strong Australian side, not easy to penetrate. Matthew Hayden, Ricky Ponting,
The powerhouse of batting in those days.
Damian Martin.
Yeah, you can name them. They keep coming.
Not
Gilchrist.
easy. Not easy to get wickets in those days. So in addition to coming up internally in Pakistan as at the wrong time, you've also come up at a time in which the Australians were like a side screen to bowl to.
Absolutely, Lenny.
Playing a miss here from Ahmed. So they have prospered well with the slower bowler. They haven't done so well against the faster bowler. In particular, Khalil. You look at his bowling figure. He's been quite miserly. He's bowled 14 balls. He's only given up, what, 8 runs?
8 runs? Yeah, absolutely. This is a fantastic spell of bowling from Khalil. And he's come up as a backup from that far end.
It's a game ball chopped into the ground. And it's interesting, Shah, that in last year's final, in which Somerset won, Khalil played a major part in that victory. He bowled fast, he bowled straight, he got the ball to swing. It was a night time. And as I mentioned earlier on, you wait until the night comes and then you'll see if Najaf Shah and Khalil are difficult now, you got to wait until 8 o'clock tonight. Ball tugged into the onside and will run away for 4. So finally, some bit of relief here from Jubel Ahmed. He goes up to 25. Good looking shot. Slower ball, short. 78 for 2.
Yeah, Khalil this time, change of strategy. Trying to rely on his slow delivery. He had the batsman on the back foot, but he tried a different one, something new, which went wrong. Too short and too much time for Ahmed. But he won't mind that. Some respite against this quality bowling. And talking about the evening games, Lenny, with this kind of movement, they could be lethal. But having said that, today is also quite a cloudy and overcast with all the wind. They're still getting good help, and that's why they seem interested.
So wide here, and they'll run once. A couple of wides. So by Khalil's standard from his previous over, this is a very expensive over.
Yeah, this has been a bit of a letdown, trying to talk him up. That's typical commentator's curse, you know. Try to talk someone up, and they come up and do what Khalil's done.
Yeah, the fact is, and Shaw, we've got to be well rounded here. We made a point, and we talked about the contest as if Somerset Cavaliers has this game already. But you look at the scorecard here; it's 80. It's 80 for 2. We're in the 12th over. Another 80 here, 160 could be a game.
Yeah, with wickets in hand, well and truly.
So ball turned into the onside. They're scampering. Good running here from Michigan. Oh, a chance of an overthrow, and they'll come back. So 3 runs off that ball. What should have been only a single ends up to be 3. Good running here for Michigan. They're up to 83 for 2.
Lenny, what happens sometimes in these kind of games is that one team gets on a roll and gets a bit of a momentum. It's pretty hard to stop them because that fear of uncertainty goes out of their minds, like the Tahir Khan over. They get them going, and after that, in this Khalil over, who's been brilliant till now, they've still kept the scoreboard ticking, and that momentum start to have shifted towards Michigan Cricket 11, Cricket Association 11, and their batsmen, especially Ahmed, is 25 of 25, and Kanchan, who's been there from the beginning, is 32 of 27 now. Bit of a roll, and as I was saying, wicket in hand, and you were right, if they get up to 160, you never know. We've seen funny things in this game.
Yeah, and the fact is, we've seen a partnership of 56. And you've got to analyze the mindset coming into this game. Michigan having won the toss without consulting or without any plan, they've already decided that they'll bat first. One of the things they did not want Somerset to probably post a big score in which to bat them out of the game. But they're 83 here. They could very well get up to 160, 170 on this ground. On this wicket here, it's still something to bowl at. Ball pulled into the onside, will run away. Tahir will not get there. And it goes away for 4. So a good looking shot again from Jubel. He goes up to 29. It's 87 for 2.
Tahir gave away that chase quite early. And once again, Jubel got underneath it. This time he used the pace of Khalil, and very, very expensive by Khalil standards. That was 12 of the over. And that's kept the scoreboard moving for Michigan. They've moved up to 87 now. And as we see, the last 2 overs, they've yielded about 30 runs, Lenny. So it can change pretty quickly in T20.
Yes, Shaw, the partnership have gone up to 60. So it's been a while. It's been a while that Somerset Cavaliers haven't penetrated. And now it appears that Andre Russell has been given the ball. The last wicket fell at 27. So good showing here from Michigan Cricket Association. And you never know in a cricket match, especially T20 cricket, what can happen. Runs on the board, as the old adage says. Runs on the board is already made. As Russell being given the ball here at 87 for 2.
Yeah, you can see the worry on the face of the Cavaliers captain. As we said, there's no foregone conclusions in this game. And all the calculation and permutation goes out of the window. When you find yourself in the middle of the battle, as we say, the first priority is to try and get hold of the game and get the win in the bag, and the rest will take care of itself. And probably that's what Cavaliers are thinking right now.
Yes, Shaw, you look at Group 1. And Pakistan first. Ball cut away nicely here by Kanchan. He'll pick up a couple of runs. As Russell comes into the attack, 89 for 247 balls remaining. And the partnership has really gone up to 62 well-played runs. They've weathered the storm. Was not easy at the top. We've seen some fierce bowling from the 2 left-arm seamer. Oh, ball paddled away again, pulled away. And it's gone away for 4. So what a shot again. And it's 93.
Yeah, they seem to have found a method against these quick bowlers. They're using their feet. They're trying to improvise. They're looking at the gaps in the field, batting very, very intelligently. And as you said, they weathered the storm. You must have to give a lot of credit to these two, because when they came in, it was very, very difficult. They took their time, and now they found a method to score against these quality bowlers as well. And it must be very satisfying for the Michigan management, the fight they're putting up and putting a lot of pressure.
So Zaidi having a throw. Good running here from Michigan, and they've put up a good score so far. 94 with 45 balls remaining. A run a ball. They'll get up to 140. But with 2 wickets gone, Shaw, I'm pretty sure that they could accelerate to even more than run a ball here.
Yeah, with the amount of pressure they put on the fielders, they're starting from the edge of the circle. So any dab in the circle, that yields a single as well. As Russell bends his back for the next one, and umpire looking at his colleague. He's called a wide. Russell is not happy with that.
Yeah, always a big game here for the likes of the Michigan team, as I mentioned earlier on. It's a big day for them playing on television, live television, coming to you from MAC TV. And you look at Andre Russell every day he's on television. He's a professional. So that's his job, to be on TV, but not so like the Michigan team. Oh, ball hammered down the onside. And this time only a single as Xavier Marshall, another former West Indies player. And the score goes up to 96, Shaw.
Yeah, you can see the batsmen growing in confidence, even against Russell. They're trying to improvise, taking their chances. Scoreboard has been kept moving. Russell has gone for 9 of his 4 deliveries. Slower delivery this time from Russell. And it's been called no ball by the square leg umpire. It's very interesting. You got to see if there was a mishap by the captain having too few fielders in the ring. And it's still a free hit these days. Any kind of no ball is a free hit. And the amount of pressure that Michigan has applied It's come in this indiscipline, and yet another opportunity for the Michigan boys to extend their score. And this has been a fantastic little passage of play for the last few overs, where Michigan has really attacked the Cavaliers.
So free hit ball. Could be a leg by here. Good bowling here from Russell, just coming back. Infracting one of the no ball rule, and Shaw, you're right, any no ball now is followed by a free hit, especially in T20. So 99 for 2. What a comeback here from Michigan. And they still have balls remaining, some 43 or 42 balls remaining here, and not a single. What an over here. Given away certainly by Russell. He's up to 13 in the over so far.
Yeah, and the two batsmen are carrying on with the momentum. They have reached up to 113 overs, 7 overs to go. We could be looking at quite a decent total in the range of 160 or 170 even, because wickets in hand, and they can, the way they've scored in the last 4 overs, they can keep up with that. They're in for a big total, and we're in for an exciting game with all the stars on show.
Certainly, Shah. I'm pretty sure if I was playing local cricket and I've given up 13 in my team, the captain will not bowl me for the entire season after that. Russell's gone for 13, and that's one of the complex things about cricket and the beauty of the game. It doesn't matter the name or who you are. A bad ball is a bad ball, and a good ball is a good ball. Anywhere, anytime, anywhere in the world.
As they say, the cricket is a great leveler. Once you're on the same pitch with a bunch of club cricketers, you are the same, and you could be treated the same. And Russell, the mega star of the world game that he is, he's been humbled here, but you never know, he can come back with a bunch of wickets in his next over. That's the type of cricketer he is.
Sean Finley.
Finley now into the attack. Yet another bowling option for the Cavaliers. This time Kanchan had a swing and a miss. Finley as well is quite a tall and lad with broad shoulders.
Yes, Shaw. He has played briefly at the international level for the West Indies and played as a middle order batsman. But as you grow older, you play your international career as a batsman. But as you grow older, you get into a good all-round thing these days. And so he's done some bit of bowling. I've seen him in Texas, got man of the series a couple of years ago in a series there. Ball cut away nicely. That's a good-looking shot. Tahir is engaged, and only a single. Kanchan continues to bat well. He's in his 40s. He's up to 42. The partnership is 74.
Excellent partnership, and I'm pretty sure in the Cavaliers camp, all the calculation permutations have taken the back seat now, and all the concentration right now is to somehow break this partnership and break the momentum of the Michigan innings, because at this rate, they're likely to post a very, very competitive target. And you know, when you're chasing in T20 cricket, a couple of bad overs, a couple of wickets here and there can put you back. So an exciting game developing here.
Yeah, sure. Oh, a chance of a run out. Not a good throw. And what should have been at best a single and a possible chance of a run out end up to be 2 runs here. It's 103 for 2.
Shoddy bit of work from the Cavaliers. The throw was wide, and Finley also failed to get in the right position. And instead of chance of a wicket, they've ended up conceding 2 runs. This is what pressure does, even to the best of the business, you know. When you're put under a lot of pressure, you kind of tend to lose the basics and lose the plot.
Yes, Shaw, you're right on that. One of the things pressure does to fielding team, they make them make mistakes. And we saw clearly what happened there. Michigan, they're playing well, they're batting well, 76-run partnership. Jubel has posted 32. Here's a bit of sloppy work there.
As we were watching the replay, Zadie had plenty of time and a good view of the stumps as well. It bounced very kindly to his right side, which is his left hand. But still, he had a poor throw, and that a chance went begging. But Findlay has bowled quite good. I mean, his over was quite good. After a while, we had an over with a single-digit runs off it. Only 3 on that occasion, making slight sort of comeback for the Cavaliers. And Najaf Shah is still persisting with Andre Russell. As you said, if you had conceded that many runs, you would never get a ball the whole season. But Andre Russell is Andre Russell, and Lenny's Lenny.
So we've got 36 balls remaining. Russell makes a good start to his second over. But the big news of the evening here, Michigan, they're batting well. A 76-run partnership. Kanchan has contributed well enough. And ball cut away, running up towards the cover boundary. Lewis comes around, couple of runs again. So the scoreboards keep ticking away here. Russell has given up 2.
Back of the hand, slow delivery from Russell. Plenty of time for Kanchan, who's moved to 44 of 37. Excellent knock.
A good bit of work there from Lewis, saving a boundary. And they come back for 2. Good running here from Michigan Cricket Association. I've always felt, Shah, that if you're playing on a big field like this one, and once the ball is played to the deep areas, you've got to come back for 2. You've got to challenge the fielder. In this part of the world, not too many fielders have strong shoulders, so throwing is going to be a problem. Oh, this one is lofted over the mid-wicket area, and it's gone for a maximum. It's brought up the 50 here for Nikhil Kanchan. He goes up to 52. It's 113 for 2.
What a splendid knock from the right-hander, and he's reached to his 50 in grand style. Bit of a gift from Russell, but Kanchan had his wits about, and he just swung it off the middle of the bat and got the 6 and got the much-deserved 50.
Not an expensive over here. Irrespective of what happens in the next remaining ball here, Shah, this is an expensive over. Russell has literally gone for 2 overs to 23 with still 1 ball remaining.
He's decided to bend his back now. Another no ball. Yep. That was the second bumper of the over. That is not allowed in this format. Another free hit. And Kanchan is serving the field, looking for his options. You can't change the field because it's the same batsman. Russell is rushing through his overs. And Kanchan has not got hold of that. Catch been taken, but as we all know, it's a free hit. So just the 1 run added. But Kanchan has put a lot of pressure on Russell, and even the best in the world can buckle under this kind of pressure. So Russell has gone for plenty in his 2 overs. As 15 overs are done, 115 for 2 Michigan. 5 overs to go, looking for a grand finish with 8 wickets in hand. Now we got a change in commentary box. We got Ahmed Rana. He's joined me here in the box as Lenny takes a little break. Welcome to the Combox, Rana.
Thank you so much, Shafasal. Exciting game. We were just praying Juma, and it's a good moment, a good religious day for Muslim, and feeling special after praying Juma. 115 for 2, and Andrew Russell, the big man, has arrived. A good fielding and direct hit is gone from MichCA, losing another wicket on 115 for 3.
That's a terrific piece of fielding right there. Scoring a direct hit. The batsman had been a little bit tired, but Lewis, who's been kept busy all day, had a clean pickup, had a stump and a half to aim, and scored a direct hit. That was the much-needed breakthrough for Cavaliers. They had been put under a lot of pressure by the MichCA boys, but now they are 115 for 3, and in a huddle, they must be thinking right now, the Cavaliers, what kind of total they would love to restrict the MichCA boys. But I have to say, this has been a very, very exciting passage of play with Russell into the attack, and Kanchan and Ahmed took the attack to him and got plenty of his 2 overs, 24 to be precise, Rana.
I think one Ahmed came for the commentary, and the other guy, Ahmed, got out. And he made 32, and a good partnership, 115 for 3. And Russell, the big man, is playing. Finlay is there. After the first ball, a good fielding. Somerset Cavaliers keeping the pressure on. And Somerset Cavalier, the defending champion, Nadif Shah, is commanding the truth well. And Shah Faisal, we were talking about Indian, Pakistani, and West Indies players. But I get to know there's also a Sri Lanka player whose name is Udesh Dhanyaya. And I'm going to tell you a little bit detail after this ball. A good ball, try to cut the ball towards the third man. But showing all the experience over here, Finlay. Yes, so Michigan cricket team, he's one of the spinner in the team, all-time best record, 4 overs, 5 run and 8 wicket in a T20 league match. And a lot of players don't know, but he's a good, silent, social worker, arranging going donation blood, providing cricket opportunities in Sri Lanka, and bringing a player to USA as well. He's also donated education materials regularly in Sri Lanka. He truly believes in helping someone in need by not only with money, but also possible. So we were talking about the charities. This is one of the contribution towards charity. It always make me happy. Michigan team manager. Sheju want me to talk about him. And Udesh is right here. And good uppercut. We have to wait. It's a good fielding. Good running between the wicket for 2 runs. 117. Losing 3 wickets. Yes, Chavez. So charity work right here on Friday, huh?
It's a good message from Rana as we watch Prabhakar getting a top edge. Not in control at all. Lucky, it flew away from the fielders. And Finlay is making a little bit of a comeback from Cavaliers into a good spell now. As this one is knocked down to Tahir at third man once again. At this stage of the innings, the Cavaliers won't mind singles because they don't want to concede a huge total. 118 for 3 after 15.5.
Yes, this is crucial right now after 15.5, 118, 7.5. But Somerset Cavalier is a very strong backing lineup. They need to put a score above 160 plus. A nice pull shot. There is no fielder over there for 6 runs. And as soon as I said, I think Kanchan was listening to me. Kanchan moved to 59. Very solid, like a rock star batting for him. He's standing there like a rock for Michigan Cricket Association. MichCA. And 124 for 3 after 16 overs. Shah Faisal, where do you see from here to go?
I've really enjoyed the battle here in this game. Some very, very good quality on display. None less than Kanchan, and the way he deposited the last ball from Finlay over deep square leg, picking the length up really quickly and deposits him over mid-wicket. He's moved to 59. He hadn't had all his way. He had to face the tough battle at the beginning of his innings. Now he's cutting loose, and after the 88-run partnership with Ahmed, he's still continuing. 4 overs to go, and an exciting finish on our hands.
Big name, big games. US All-Star is full of the stars, and Somerset Cavalier here full of the stars as well. And nudge down to the leg side just for 1 run. Yes, big man, Andre Russell is here. This is US Open T20 2018, 10th edition prestige tournament. Yeah, biggest tournament in the year and biggest tournament our USA audience ever provided. And first time we are going live from MAC TV and DRS Sport all over the world. Down the leg side, wide ball. Try to probably ball in the block hole, Shah Faisal.
That's what he tried, Andre Russell. But he's bowling off a very short run, and he's rushing through between his overs.
Yes, good fielding, a very good fielding. But the fielder steals the second run. After good fielding, the throw must comes to the keeper right away, Mr. Marshall. But so far, so good. Yes, everything looks under control. But 128 for 3. And a lot of big players are playing in Somerset Cavalier. Asher Zadi is there, Muhammad Khalil, Nadif Shah, Andrew Russell, Xavier, Marshall. Gajnan Singh, the century maker for 4th of July tournament against ICC. Nice cut shot for 4 runs. Russell has given the room, and Kanchan is taking the advantage of this ball and moves himself to 65 after 46 ball, and 132. Michigan Cricket Association score has moved. A good run rate right now 8 run per an over, healthy run rate.
That was a good shot from Kanchan. He rode the bounce. Russell bent his back, but there was plenty of width on offer. And he used his pace, Kanchan. One bounce away from the fielder. And it's no stopping Kanchan now. 65 of 46. And Russell's expensive stay at the bowling crease continues.
Russell has shortened down his run-up. Wide ball again. And a bounce. He's looking at the umpire. But umpire is the final call. And Kanchan is still solid like a rock star performance. 65 facing 46 ball. As long as Kanchan there, good pull shot. But Kanchan is showing the leg umpire. It should be a no ball, but leg umpire has different decision.
Bit lucky Andre Russell on that occasion. It went way over Kanchan's head. His disappointment is quite understandable, but the umpire just called it one for the over. Another one is a yorker from Russell. Just a single on that occasion for Kanchan. And the previous one was quite high. And Kanchan looked around to the square leg umpire, but he signaled to his fellow umpire that it was just one for the over. 134 for 3. Last ball from Russell. This time Prabhakar has got him away for 1 run. Russell's gone for 35 runs of his 3 overs. A very, very expensive spell. 17 gone, 135 for 3.
Yeah, a little bit expensive where boundary got hit and 2 white balls. So 135, last 3 overs, they must go at least 10 and over to go above 165 plus. And that's going to be a good score, a fightable score. But anything less than 160, a team with the full of the hard 6-hitter and the full batsman is going to be tough. But I have to give a praise to Michigan Cricket Association, MichCA. They have batted well against one of the good bowling side in the tournament. They have Khalil there, Najaf Shah there, Andre Russell there. And Finland, I remember Finland from July 4th. He got 2 balls, 2 wicket. And ICC got knocked out of that tournament because Somerset cleared 1. Yeah. Rusty Theron is coming to bowl. He has bowled 3 overs for 17. Rusty Theron, South African all-rounder. And I remember seeing him in Houston for 210, winning for Nepal Rhinos.
Yeah, Rusty has a good spell with the new ball, but it's totally different situation right now. With his team looking down the barrel a little bit. Prabhakar's got himself going, 5 of 6. Very, very important last 3 overs about to begin. As Prabhakar takes up the strike. Still, the field setting hasn't been done, and Rusty Theron looked a bit frustrated. I think all is in readiness. He's got 2 sweepers on the onside, fine leg and deep square leg, to go with the long on. Third man is back as well. Prabhakar has launched him just enough to get over the head of Najaf. And his running has been good, but it's too risky. And Theron, it's got him, I think. Yep, Prabhakar can continue to run back to the pavilion because the second run was too dicey. And Theron, the throw went to the wrong end, but Theron collected it and gave it back to the keeper, Hassan. So another wicket falls. But importantly, Kanchan is still there. The Michigan boys won't mind that as long as Kanchan stays for the remaining of the 3 overs.
Yeah, Chavez, a good disciplined fielding and a good mindset, a positive mindset from Rusty. And second run out we are seeing in this inning now. This is what good side is all about. A good fielding can put the other side under pressure. And they're keeping the pressure on MichCA Cricket. 136 for 4, and the partnership was going well for 20 runs. But it's not going to be that easy for the new batsman, V. Patel, or any batsman who comes in new. It's not that easy. We've seen this in previous matches, that whenever the new batsman arrives, it's not that easy for him to just come and start batting. Unless you are Zikhan, that who came and made a 16 run in just facing 5 balls yesterday. The cheerleaders are out, enjoying the Friday, and the viewers are enjoying the Friday as well.
beautiful afternoon here, slight windy and cloudy, but the sun comes out from time to time, and we get a scattering spectators also arriving as Tehran gets us underway again against the Patel, but that was a wide. Kanchan is on strike, I beg your pardon, as they crossed. Oh, probably our scoreboard is messed up. I think Patel is on strike because Prabhakar got run out to the striker's end. But Tehran and Cavaliers would have to cut down on these extras, because that allows the batsmen not only runs but free sighters as well. They could line them up later in the over if it's a longer over of 6 or 7 deliveries. Swing and a miss from Kanchan.
And Rusty Sharon showing all his experience over here from all the years. Patel is on the strike. And 137 for cheerleaders are chaining up for a good tournament, a best tournament in the USA history, US Open T20 2018. And a lot of spectators are there. Zahir Abbas is there, coach of Somerset Cavaliers, just arriving today.
137 for 4. Samis in the air. Fielder's backtracking. It's Findlay. Got it. An easy take. He judged it well. And Patel has come and gone without troubling the scorer, as the wickets have started to tumble after that huge partnership. And Cavaliers won't mind that. Tehran bowled a good length delivery and got the breakthrough for his side. Excellent take from Findlay.
Yeah, Shavezal, excellent take. And there's a youth tournament going on, and behind the commentary box, if you can look at it, there's a lot of kids over here and visiting us. And, it's good to see kids coming for cricket, and the coaches are bringing their team. The parents are coming. Hopefully tomorrow we're going to see some action from the youth as well. This is one of the things that we don't see on the other tournament, but this tournament has bring the youth. Muhammad Afdal Qureshi believes in bringing the kids and, developing them from young age to play cricket. Good views so far on the TV. Shah Faisal?
Yeah, talking about the kids, you got to get the kids involved, got to get them playing cricket. And once they develop that love and passion for the game, that stays with them for the rest of their life. That's the thing. And the passion about the sports, if you could develop it quite early, and every organizer, every event organizer, they aim for the kids to get involved, because that is considered as a huge success. And it certainly is of this competition, as we've seen in the stands as well, and at the back of our commentary box. The kids have turned up. They're watching the huge stars of the world in front of their very own eyes.
Lalman is doing an excellent job, but Rusty Tehran has taken a first wicket, giving 19 run. Lalman
taking quite a lot of time between deliveries. Earlier we saw the organizers and the umpires getting on to teams for get them moving, because 4 games in a day, it's a long day. As this one is short and got too big on the batsman, he didn't get hold of it. So runs scoring has been reduced to singles in this over, which Cavaliers would welcome that after the onslaught and the partnership of 88 runs between Ahmed and Kanchan. Kanchan is still there with the lost couple of wickets. He seems to have lost his momentum as well, but he's still got enough time. 14 deliveries left in the innings, and Kanchan is on strike as he's trying to get this over the head of the mid-off fielder. He does, and gets the boundary. And Kanchan's brave knock and a brilliant knock continues as he moves to 72 now.
Yes, we already seen 5 century in this tournament, and Kanchan is there. If he's gonna hit that century, he's gonna be the 6th one. And Ryan Muhammad is the new batsman, and hasn't faced the delivery, but is ready to face the delivery now.
Kanchan is going to take strike to the last ball of Tehran's over. He got underneath that and smashed it over the fence. That's a great connection. Excellent batting from Kanchan. And he's taking the Cavaliers bowlers to the cleaners today. He must be very proud of his knock today, especially against this top quality bowling lineup. And he's still got time to go.
Yes, I think he didn't only take for the cleaner, maybe a dry cleaner, because that shot to hit from the international cricket level, Rusty Theron, is not that easy. And that 6 after 4 over 31, Rusty has taken 1 wicket. 149 for 5 looks like a better and solid score now, and current run rate is 8.3. Najaf Shah is back to the attack, and that's going to be next to our excitement over. We're already getting the excitement through the camera, Shah Faisal. You're getting excited over here. I see you've been peeking down, but now the camera will bring the good coverage to you.
Najaf starts off, and Mohammed has done the right thing. He's just tapped this ball and crossed over. Got Kanchan back on strike. That's the best thing that can happen for the Mitch boys, as they've reached 150 now. That's a terrific performance from them. With still 11 balls to go, they're in for a very, very competitive total, and we're in for a very exciting game.
Good shot and running for the second run, and it's going to be a run out. Ryan Muhammad is gone without making any difference for the team. Just faced 1 ball, made 1 run.
As suicidal. The intent was to get Kanchan back on strike, but that ball never went away from the fielder. That was good thinking, poor execution, and lack of game awareness as well, because the ball was right near to Andre Russell, and very few in the world would try on Andre Russell's arm, especially inside the ring. That's a bit of a innocence of youth and a little bit of inexperience. Not only he's lost his wicket, but Kanchan is still on non-striker end. And Najaf Shah is making a good comeback. He's the captain of the side, trying to lead from the front. They would never have thought that they're going to concede 151 runs with still 10 balls to go, because the conversations we had yesterday and their team management, they were thinking along the lines of improving their net run rate. At this stage, they will just take the win very happily.
Asad Rahman is the new batsman, and 3 run out, Shah Faisal. This is what a good team, a good fielding side bring it to you if they don't take a wicket by bowling, but they take a wicket by fielding.
The other side of the coin is that the thinking and the running between the wicket has left a lot to be desired as well. Because all the 3 run-outs, they were mainly suicidal runs, and that's the inexperience. Because loss of wickets, you can lose the momentum of your innings, and through run-out especially, because the batsman who's part of that run-out and still on the crease, he had extra pressure on himself as well. It's another bye. This time it was well thought out. Kanchan ran straight down the wicket as soon as that ball went past the batsman Rahman, because it was a slow delivery. It took slightly longer to get to wicketkeeper, and before he could understand the plot, Kanchan was 2/3 of the way, and throwing with the gloves is never easy for the wicketkeeper. Najaf was disappointed, but that was good cricket on the part of Kanchan.
Yeah, he wanted to get back on the strike, and here Najaf to Kanchan, a good shot right in the gap for 4 run. See, that's why he stole the single. He knows he has to back on the stride. Najaf tried to ball the ball in the block hole, but Kanchan play very well and deserved boundary right here. His score moved to 156 for 6, and Kanchan moved to 83. And if Kanchan make the century here, he's going to be the 6th centurion of this tournament. In this 5 4s and 5 6s from our co-commentator Lenny. He doesn't believe on taking the break and is still giving the advice right from the side. And thanks to Lenny.
Najaf for his final ball of the over, 156 for 6. Would Kanchan go for the big one, or will he just be contented with rotating the strike and getting strike for the final over? It'll be interesting. I think he'll take whatever comes his way, because 6 balls after this as Najaf runs away from us. Kanchan's got underneath that one again, and another boundary. He's on fire here. And the most impressive thing about Kanchan is that he knows his areas. He knows where the gaps are in the field. and he's executing his plans perfectly. That's a sensational knock from the tall right-hander at the end of 19 overs. Michigan 160 for 6.
Yes, and Najaf finishes quota, bowling 4 overs. 28 run has given. The last 8 runs came off of last 2 boundaries that Kanchan has hit, and 1 wicket he took. But Kanchan is solid like a rock star. A good performance, a very well, a deserved praise performance that he is batting, and he knows his right and left. He knows his long on and long off, and he's playing the shot all over in this ground and entertaining the crowd. Spectators are building up. As we know, we are going into Saturday and Sunday, and now Khalil gonna bowl the last over. Naja was a little bit expensive. 9 runs he has given. 11 run he has given in the last over, and the wicket fall, the run out. Here you go, Khalil, Muhammad Khalil.
This time trying to steal the strike. Kanchan has perished. This time Hassan read the plot well and threw underarm, hit the stumps bullseye, and Kanchan's fantastic knock came to an end. A very selfless knock. He sacrificed his wicket for the team. Just try to get on strike on the very first ball of the over so he can have the rest of the 5 deliveries. But as I said, good cricket from the wicketkeeper this time round, and he scored a direct hit. And that could be very important. Even at that late stage, that run out could just be the difference of about 10 to 12 runs that Kanchan would have been able to score instead of the newcomer against the guile and experience of Khalil. But as Kanchan walked back, his team is giving him a standing ovation, and all the crowd, they're up on their feet applauding. This has been one terrific knock from Kanchan.
Yes, you see, Shah Faisal, in last over that Kanchan stole the single, but this time the wicketkeeper was well awake, and he knows that Kanchan has to be on the strike, and a well direct hit, and without taking his glove off. So it shows that a mind and face is there, mentally and physically. You have to be there. It's not that easy to play 20 cricket back-to-back matches.
Gentlemen, at the end of this innings, we have food.
Vinod Mamchan came with the good news after prayers of Friday. You lead, and he's told us that after the innings we're going to have a food and players will take a lunch break too. And Shah Faisal looking at eating some spicy biryani today, and Lenny as well.
But Rana, I've seen you never stopped eating all day, so what are you excited about now? 4 balls to go as Khalil has got him away now. This time caught behind, full delivery, and batsman was swinging, got the outside edge. Easy take for the wicketkeeper. Wickets are tumbling here, and the last over is proving quite good from Khalil, using all his experience. He's put a big break to scoring in this last over. 160 for 8 now, the Michigan boys.
Yes, Muhammad Khalil, the experienced bowler. That's what Somerset Cavalier has chosen him to bowl the last over. You can see last 3 balls. Usually in other innings it goes usually for 4, 6, 2s or a lot of runs. But here you see wicket fell down, and then dot ball, and then wicket fell down again. And the first wicket for Khalil in the 4th over, the last over of the inning. 3 more balls left. Now let's see what Rahman and Afsar is planning. For this, Afsar just coming in, try to swing the ball, and that was a good swing and a good catch for wicketkeeper. Third man, just 1 run. 1 and 2 is not gonna hurt Somerset Cavalier now. But 161 for 8. Last 2 balls, Shah Faisal.
Yes, now that the tail is in, it's not going to be easy against the likes of Khalil, who saw bowled a very impressive spell earlier as well. He's coming back to finish the inning strongly for Cavaliers. 162 on the board though, which is quite competitive total despite Cavaliers' star-studded batting lineup. But runs on the board always has its importance, as the batsman swinging, but not to good effect. Just 1, and keeper had a slight fumble. He could have had another wicket. Cavaliers could have had another wicket on that ball, but instead is 1 more run to the total.
Yes, a good running from Asad Rahman. He knows that he couldn't hit that ball for 4 and 6, but he put up pressure on the fielder, and he made 2 runs. And Asad Rahman is ready to face the last ball from Khalil. A good all-rounder, Asad Rahman. Swing and a miss, and this time wicketkeeper runs, and wicketkeeper won the race and knocked the bells off, and it's another run out. And Somerset Cavaliers have to chase 164 for 164, 163 for 9. Shah Faisal after 20 over, MichCA.
Yeah, Michigan innings a rather tame end in the last over with wickets tumbling and not many runs being scored. Credit to Khalil, who kept his nerve and bowled an excellent last over. Credit to the wicketkeeper as well. He just ran, and as Rana said, he won the race against the non-striker quite easily. 163 still will be regarded as a very, very competitive total. And as the equation turns out, every team and every run is very important for the qualification and the draws for the quarter-final. So 163, we should still have a very, very good game on our hands.
Yeah, last 3 wicket went down for just last 3 runs, and we are waiting from Lalman to put the detail. And here you go. Hossain and Kanchan came to batting open. 6 Hossain had made and gone by ball by Zaidi, catch by Parking. Kanchan make 87, a solid rock star. T Singh 14, and Ahmed contribution was 32, and the last 6 of the people couldn't get into double figures, so 163 for 9.
And when it looks to the bowling attack, an all-round bowling, the wickets was sheer around, but I thought Khalil was the pick. Najaf Shah was very close behind. Tehran and Zadi also got on the score sheet, but with 4 run-outs in the innings, an excellent display in the field by the Cavaliers. 163 is what MichCA made, and 164 is the target for the Cavaliers. And at that, there is an innings break, so we're going to take a short little break, and we'll be right back with the Cavaliers innings. So stay tuned and